Alright, with the classic egg hunt in World 0, we have much more rewards to earn. We got a mount, we got a bunch of weapon skins to earn. So let's go ahead and explain first what we're doing and then show everything else. Everything should be timestamped, so you can just skip ahead if you want to. But basically, each world has 10 eggs you can find, but there's an extra golden egg, so you can find that as well. So it's technically 11 eggs in total per world, but the video is going to show you guys the 10 locations, and at the end, the route should be close to the golden egg. So hopefully, if you follow along, you can get everything in a very easy route. So there's that. So the rewards here in the quest tab, you can go click on the event over here. The main difference is that this event will be for 20 days instead of 7 days usually. And then each time you find 10 eggs in each world, you get a bunny box, a random weapon skin. All right, so that's 10 weapon skins for finding 100 eggs technically. And then you find all the eggs across all the worlds, you get a title, and you get the egg circle cosmetic. And then if you find a golden egg in each area, you're going to get a gilded box, so a golden version of the bunny box. There's 10 of those there. And you find all 10 golden eggs, you get a mount, a glowing egg, random dyed mount as well. So we're going to claim all these at the end of the video, so you can see that later. But let's go ahead and let's go ahead and show you guys locations. So everything should be a route you can follow, golden egg at the end, and skip ahead if you want to. All right, starting off with world 1, we're going to go ahead and get the first 4 in the town. The videos be sped up a little bit because the video is like 40 minutes long. It'd be way too long to show everything in a very slow speed. So you can probably make the video a bit slower if you want to. But there's going to be 4 eggs you see there in the beginning area in the town. And then another one just outside on the rock for number 5. And then number 6 we have is in the tunnel over here. And then we have number 7, which is going to be beside this house in the farm area. Then we're going to go ahead and climb the mountain. And head to the top here. And we're on the rock for number 8. The number 9 is going to be just next to the giant crystal, or next to the houses or whatever. I did forget to mention that when you pick up 10 eggs, you will get a legendary drop, a tier 5 drop for either a armor or a weapon. So you probably, if you don't have a 0 weapon for your class you're using, or whatever class you don't use often, then you can start farming for some maybe easy weapon drops from this event. But of course, for me, I gotten mostly armor, but that's whatever. Anyways, so here we went in this direction because you can go to the golden egg in the other direction, which is actually closer where we just left off. But golden egg. So golden egg here, next to last one here. I will say that you can just reset and head inside the well, and you'd be there faster than what I'm doing right now. But I just went the full route back. You could use the waystones, but I tried to avoid using the waystones. That's what they're called, the waystones, because it's a bit confusing teleporting around. But up to you. But if you know where I'm going, or skip ahead through the video, then you can just go there instead. But here, we are here just right behind egg number 9 we picked up. But like I said, in order, pick up the 10 eggs first, and we go for the golden egg last. And this should be right here, the golden egg. This is where the hunt, one of the crystals were. So there's a little bit of homage here, Easter egg here for the hunt 0 area. So I have world 2. We're going to go ahead and pick up the 2 eggs in the town here. So we have 2 eggs, 1 over there. And then we have 1 next to this house over here. And then we're going to continue on and head over to the next area here. We have this egg over there. And then we're going to continue on to the path here. And we're going to have number 4. Right beside the boss area, and then not too far, a little shack over there, and then not too far again to this house to the right. And then we're going to follow the path on towards this bridge over here. And this bridge will have this egg here, and then we're going to have this rock and a tree, and then we head inside the castle area. We're going to have 3 more, I think, or 2 more, 2 more, I think. So yeah, 1 over here. Number 9, and then the last one not too far from this one, not in the volcano, just over here. I'm going to go ahead and reset your character, to get the golden egg. So not that far from spawn. We're gonna just go and walk behind this mushroom over here, and this will have the golden egg, as you see there. These are 300k as well, a lot of money. Anyways, now we have world 3, one in the egg shop, and then we have one next to the cell area. And I went this horrible route, but it's whatever. Then we have the cash shop here. Gotta close the UI. There's H or the X, and then we have one inside this other area building for 4 in the town area. Then number 5 next to this waterfall area. And then we're gonna just have a very long walk here, all the way across to the dungeon entrance over here, past the world boss arena here. It's a long walk, yes. What else you can do? But it's not a long walk. World 3 is pretty big. It's a very big. It's a very flat area, but very big as well. All right, we have number 6 there, and then we're gonna follow this path to the oh no, the area over here, I guess, where the spiders are. And we have the one where you can jump down. We're not gonna jump down yet, but we have an egg just at the exit or the entrance to this little cave area. And then we have one in this wagon, and then we're gonna jump into the well, teleport yourself down into the ice cave, and we're gonna pick up the one floating up here. Once we pick this up, we're gonna go ahead and reset our character back to spawn to get the last egg, which leads us to the golden egg. If you don't know, if you didn't guess it, where this could be, the only real like secret area still in this area in this world. So the last egg is gonna be behind this building, and then we're gonna have a long walk all the way back to the secret area that teleports you to the ice statue at the very top here. No real way to get here faster, but I mean, like I said, I've routed myself to have the golden egg as best as possible near the last egg picking up. So it's the left side here, and there we go. Now we're at world 4 here. World 4, it's a bit better than the past times because it's reworked area. So we have 2 eggs here near spawn, and then we're gonna go and head into the building over here, and then we're gonna go outside to the right side. I try my best to rep myself here. I honestly don't know how to get around this area that well. Gonna be straight honest with you. There's gonna be a bit jank in the middle over here because I didn't know how to get around up to the watchtower eventually. But here, number 5, and then we're gonna go ahead. I think we're gonna reset here, and we're gonna go try to get to the watchtower. I don't know the best way to get to the watchtower, but I tried to just jump across here, but I don't think it worked out well. Let me see what I did here, to be honest with you. So to get above, I don't know what the actual correct way to do it, to be honest with you. I just tried to jump up here, and it didn't really work out that well. So I just try to climb this. It seemed to work. I don't know what's the correct way, to be honest with you. Like I said, I don't play this map or been in this map that much, but you get up here somehow. I think you can get up from the pipes over there. I'm not sure what's the correct way. It used to be an elevator, but the elevator is disabled, so I don't know. Anyways, there's 2 up here in the watchtower, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump down here, and we're gonna try our best here. You don't have to do it this way. You can just jump down. Well, first get this one here. I forgot, and then you can. This is not the correct way to do it. You can go from the world boss area behind here, world boss area, and head in there. And then from here, there's going to be an egg. If you touch the water, you die for most of it. So this is the last egg here. And then the golden egg is not far from here. I'll try my best. You can walk on this, kind of. I don't know where, but the green area, not the blue area. And there's a golden egg there. Then we have World 5. So World 5, we're starting in the town with the bank. The bank, one has one on the bank, of course. Classic. Then behind the cell area, we have one here. And then we're going to have one next to the upgrade area. And then we're going to have one behind the swing tree. And that's going to be 4 in the town for those keeping track. And then we're going to head towards the tower. And then we're going to pick this one up here. And we're going to go ahead and reset to save us time from walking. Then we're gonna go ahead, not that far from here. It's pretty easy, this world, but yeah, it's all right. We have one over here and one over here. So just two right next to each other for some reason. They have a long walk here. You could use your waystones, whatever. We're going to head to the beach now. That's where we're heading next. And then they made it pretty easy because it's just a lot of walking in this one. The area is past the bridges. So we have the one at the beach here. And then the next two are pretty much just the entrances to the red forest. I think that's what it's called. I forget what this area is called. But so we have the first entrance here, which is one at the bridge. And then you could teleport to the other side and walk through. But the other egg is just going to be at the other entrance to this area. Entrances, exits, it could be the entrance to this area, the exit from exiting, from entering there. I don't know. It's whatever you can think about it. So we're going to go ahead and walk all the way over there. And there is the egg for that. That's the last egg. And then the golden egg, not that far from here, we have the World Boss Arena for Ignis, and what it's called. We're going to go ahead and just walk behind this tree over here to the right. And that's going to be the golden egg for this area. Then we have the next world, World 6, which is a very easy world as always. So there's going to be one in the bank area. And then we have one next to the hair salon or the cell area as well. Then we're going to go and head to the tower teleporter. And we're going to go ahead and pick up the egg at the tower. And we're going to go ahead and reset. Hey, is there a teleporter back? I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, so here we have the classic AFK bot spot. And then we have one next to the Rough Waters dungeon entrance. And then we're going to go ahead and pass the Scorpion World Boss area. And we have one egg over here. And then we have egg in the Skull Treasure Hunt Cave, or next to it. Used to be. Other ones used to be. And then we have one at the bridge over here. And then we have one up here, the second last one, number 9. Then number 10 down below. And that's all 10 there. And then the last thing, the golden egg, is going to be over here. Like I've said already, I've planned the route to end at the golden egg, so all good. There we go. Then next up we have is World 7. We're going to go and take this route over here. So egg here, and then we have an egg down here next to the bright tree that you can see across the way. We're going to go reset, and we're going to go and head over to the right side or left side of this bridge, or not bridge, stairs, and I'm going to reset again because I'm not going to walk anymore. Now you could teleport to the hell area, but we're going to walk there just for the sake of the video. It's not that far anyways, but it is closer if you could just teleport to the Hades world boss, if you just want to do that if you want to. We're just going to get to the second half of the area. So, I don't know, the village, and it's called the Dark Village. I always forget the names of these areas because I don't pay attention, maybe, I don't know. Who knows at this point. So, here we're going to go ahead, up the egg at the door over here, and then we're gonna head to the Hades world boss area just at the door, and then we're gonna head back out, head inside the tunnel area for the secret boss area, the Cerberus boss tunnels system maze area. Not that far into it, we have the egg over here, and I'm gonna go pick this up, and we're gonna reset. Now we're gonna head to the other half of the area of worlds 7, is it called? You're gonna take the elevator, I guess. I don't know. That's what I usually call it. And we're going to head up the stairs here. Head to the labyrinth area. And it's the left part of the maze. And then we have two close to each other over here. We have one on the pillar over here. And then we have one on the bridge. And then we have one classic one at the Minotaur World Boss, just like last year. And then the golden egg is going to be in the SpongeBob. I think that's what it is. SpongeBob quote. And the waterfall over here. Of course, they would use this area. Anyways, there is that. Then next up we have is World 8 up the tarp. And then we're going to head to the docks here. So 2 in the town. This one's pretty simple, I'll be honest with you. I do most of my parkour a little bit in this one, for sure. Okay, so from outside, take a right. Then we head behind this rock over here for number 3. Then we'll do some parkour here. You gotta get across these rocks. There used to be invisible walls here back in the day, but they removed them. I was trying to figure out, okay, I gotta get to this, where the world boss is, basically. There's one right there. So we're just gonna use our dashing. I know demon has, or scythe classes have a bigger dash, but it's not needed, I would say. I just happen to be using this class. So now we're heading to this trial area. There is 4 in this area, so we have 1 outside here. 4? Yeah, there's 4 in this area. And then we're gonna head up the elevators here. Gonna be 1 just outside here. I'm gonna skip all this because I mess up a lot. So once you pass the elevator part, we're on the next part of the obby, trial. And it's not that far from. They're very close to each other at the end here. So you're gonna just go ahead and get across these, and then you're gonna go ahead and pick up the egg before the elevator. So 1 outside the elevator, and then you're gonna go up the elevator to the world boss. And then there's gonna be 1 at the world boss, as you could guess. That's why we're going up here. So we have 1 to the left here. Now the last 2 eggs is in the other trial. You could technically teleport there if there's a world boss active or about to spawn there. I don't know. The teleporter to that, you can't use the teleporter because it doesn't put you up there. You have to. Actually, can you? Maybe you can. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Anyway, so do the obby. You're gonna see that we're gonna see the golden egg before we get the last 2 eggs, but we're picking up at the end. You can pick it up now if you want to. There's no big rush, but we will get back to it. So the golden egg is technically over here, right? But it's conflicting with the route we're taking. Okay, so it doesn't matter. I mean, you can pick it up now. Like I said, it doesn't matter. You don't have to pick up last every time. Just that's which the video is for, you know. All right, number 8, number 9, I mean, is there, and then number 10 is going to be obviously at the very end of the thing. I don't know. You could teleport there if there's a world boss. I don't know if it works. Like I said, if it works, if you teleport, just another one. But number 10, and then we're gonna go ahead and head back if you didn't pick up the gold one. I think the best way to do this is that you can just head back here, and then you can just trigger the def stuff to teleport you back, I guess. I don't know. You don't have to do it legit, to be honest with you. So, I don't know. Anyways, that is my jank way to get around. And then world 9, we have 1, 2 in the towns, 1 behind the pet master. And then we have 1 over here next to the shops. Then we have the egg in this tent over here of these NPCs. And then we're going to just follow the path here. We have an egg on this bridge over here for number 4, I think. And then number 5 is going to be close to the mammoth world boss, but in this tunnel over here. And then we're gonna head back, not up, but continue this path over here, and we have the 1 egg on the table over here. A box, I don't know. Anyways, so then we're gonna continue on and head over where the 2 commanders spawn. Rusted Aether commanders, and there's be 1 behind this wall over here, and we're gonna head to the world boss elevator over here. And you could get the golden egg if you want to, but we're gonna take the route to get everything at the same time. So we head up the elevator, and we have 1 just at the top here, and then we reset, and we're gonna head towards the tower. There's no teleporter. I don't think there's a teleporter to the tower. They made you do the. I don't think there is. Usually there isn't, or not usually, but for this one there isn't. And we're gonna head to the the tower entrance. So do some parkour here. Up the elevator, and here we have number 9 for us here. And then we're gonna go ahead and from here get number 10, the last one, not far from here where one of the waystones are. And then we're gonna go ahead and get the golden egg. Like I said, you could get this when you're at the world the 8th egg if you want to, but not that bad. Anyways, then we have world 10. World 10's a bit scuffed. This route is crazy. Okay, so we pick the one right at spawn. And then we're going to go and head down this path here. Head to the right before heading all the way down. We have 1 of the boxes here. And then we're going to pick up the one before the elevator here. And then we're going to walk up the stairs. And we're going to pick up the one up the stairs. Not that far from that one. And then we're going to go ahead and head over to this world boss area. And we have one to the left in this alley. Now, once it picks up, ignore the 5 seconds. Don't go this way. I just double checking. Ignore this. We're going to just head back from that egg. And we're going to head over to the elevator to get to the next area. And these two areas, well, this area has only one egg in it, which they put it behind a waterfall. And there's always something behind a waterfall, just like in World 9, there's a waterfall there for that egg. And we're going to head over to the purple waterfall behind the glass greenhouse. That's what I call it, the greenhouse. I pick up this one here, and then we're going to take the elevator, or magical path, to the academy area. You can teleport there if you want to. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to have one in the town over here, and then one at the academy. So we have the one not that far from here, which is in between this alley and these buildings here. And then at the academy, we have one to the left of the dungeon entrance, Astral Academy, in this little nook. And then we're going to reset back to spawn, and we're going to teleport. So if you do this by accident, we're going to jump down into a tunnel over here. I think the left side's better. I think so. Yeah, left side's better. And then pick the egg over there. I think. I don't know. I don't know. I'll just follow along. Then we have one at the very back over here for number 10. And that's all 10 eggs there. And then the golden egg, which I didn't notice existed, to be honest with you, we have at the Crystal Chaos Cove. I don't know. Anyways, there's one back, and then one of the golden eggs at the bottom of the tunnel. It's crazy, right? And that's that. That is all the eggs there, all 110 technically, right? Let's go ahead and now claim these rewards and see what we get. If you're curious to see what we got, I don't know. Let's take a look. So let's see. So we got a bunch of weapon skins. We'll claim these. So we got a classic. I don't know how many shields how many shields do I get? So many shields. A long sword. Okay. A spear. A bow. A great axe. A scythe. Another great axe. Great. Okay. Another spear. Yeah. Okay. I got three spears. Cool, I guess. And then I'm gonna go ahead and claim our title, Eggscarmbler, and random die. Let's see what die we get. We got just some blue, I guess. And then we have the gilded ones. Let's see what we get lucky to. I at least want a bow, hopefully. A spear, scythe, great sword, a staff. Another great sword. Another staff. Great sword. A spear. Another spear. And a shield. Classic. How many shields I get? And then we get a mount here. What die we get? Another blue. Same color, kinda. Let's take a look here. So I didn't get a bow for the gilded one. That's fine, I guess. They will become tradable after the event ends. Obviously, always like that. On the mount we got is this thing, as you expect it to be, a rolling mount. And then I don't know, let's look at our weapon skin that we got. I guess we're using a scythe, so let's put up the scythe, I guess. So we got where are they? So we got the bunny scythe. Honestly, it doesn't look that bad. And then I guess it's just gonna be yellow. There we go. So that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. How many shields I get? I don't even want to show you guys the amount of shields. I always get so many shields. I don't know why. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy that. That's all the videos. Hopefully it helps. And yeah, enjoy the 20 days.